Hello and welcome to Efficient Strategy Gaming. Today we're going to be playing Panzer Corps 2 on Generalismus mode. So let's get into it. I am playing blind. I don't know what the next scenario is here, but I just did my first back save to save my artillery piece that I did not quite set up in a good way. So already I'm glad I moved up all my fighters so that we can take care of these bombers. This is looking like a good situation right there, with both of their infantry exposed on the river. Wow, so they're just going all out. Luckily, my tanks are lined up along the flank, so they can't get to that guy. But that guy did work. These guys are in perfect position for our counterattack. I'll prioritize the hard targets first. These guys need to move up somehow. I don't know how they're going to get into an operational range. Oh, they even reinforced this guy. That's perfect. After we get this province here, the tanks are going to cross the river and get these guys from behind. And I largely rely on a scorched earth strategy of just taking out all the units that I can and take all the victory flags every scenario. I don't know if this is going to help, but at least they'll be closer over here. Okay, so this tank can't get past the river. That was a little bit sketchy. Don't know exactly the best way to storm this position. Okay, this doesn't look too bad. This guy might need some support next turn, so let's move some infantry just up into striking distance. Okay, so he can move up there. Getting this artillery in place is going to be key. They can mutually defend each other. I don't want to get him up on that bridge. Wow. They got a lot of guys going on there. Huh, I could move that guy up there. I don't think that that's a good idea. See if he can't flank around. There's a lot of people on this narrow strip of land right here. I have no idea what's behind, unfortunately. Maybe we can blast this guy out of the way. Oh, wow. They're all raring to go for a counterattack there. That's perfect. Just going to move him up into a better position there. It's closer to where he needs to go. And this is the classic double envelopment move. Hopefully they move their forces onto the river, and then the tanks will crush them with the Stuka dive bombers on the next turn. We'll see if I don't get counterattacked, and I could get really punished there. We don't know. It's going to be key to take out that artillery, but I was about to say that it's probably protected by AA. And hopefully these bombers can't harm us. I didn't take Stalino last turn, but hopefully that just took 150 prestige away from the general, the enemy general. Okay, and it looks like we can conduct some bombing runs here. He could move across there and take that fairly easily, but then he'd be in a close quarters counterattack situation. I'd rather him just do that. We're going to need a fairly strong unit to get right up in here. God, both these attacks are so good. Let's attack the stronger unit. Yeah, I don't want him on that square. We're going to have to blast a hole through here next turn. I don't want to take a lot of losses. I have plenty of time on the board. So I'm mainly concerned with conserving my strength for whatever's next. We know Moscow's coming up at some point, and we all know how Moscow goes. Okay, I think we're good. He just died. Oh boy. That must have been embarrassing. Okay, so he came back out on the river. That's great. He's attacking a tank. That's also good. You kind of know the AI is not going to leave that town. He'll probably buff the tank. He did not. He doesn't have enough prestige. So we'll take prestige here, and hopefully that's another 150 so that he can't reinforce his men. You're blind to as kind of how much the AI's prestige, how much prestige the AI has. This guy's fully suppressed, so I don't need to use any of my artillery barrages against him. Okay, he moved into that marsh. This is exactly why I brought this guy up. This guy's not moving onto the river. He's going to move over. Okay, this should be a surrender. So we get a little bit of prestige right there. I don't have to worry about assaulting across the river. Let's make that their problem. So this guy can probably come back. And then I don't hate the move that I did here because there's no room here. I think he's they don't have air cover over here, so I think he's safe if he goes in that marsh. Let's see if any of them cross. All right, that gave us the encirclement. Nice. run. I could begin to get a little more aggressive here. They can't run away from von Doomkopf because he has that hero. But I mean, these guys are pretty much mine. I just need to be wary of counterattacks. Yeah, I don't know about moving onto that river this turn, but next turn we can move onto the river. Unfortunately, okay, this guy can move all the way down. That's what I want. Finish off the enemy armor. I don't know if we've got any more armor in our future. We know that there's that AA right there. I don't think that he's had the opportunity to reinforce anything that much. The AA can reach here. And like I said, I don't want to take any hits. That's mainly what I'm going for. And I don't want to burn any prestige trying to reinforce from this point forward. Okay, that's not going to be good for us. Nice. So I know that this guy can double move. That'll suffice. Oh, they have the double artillery. So deadly. They could run a counterattack out of Rostov. That would be pretty nasty. This guy's going to be able to get right up here next turn. Okay, we'll risk it and have him move over. Just keep up the pressure over there. This guy's going to get hit pretty hard. I am going to have to replace right there, though, so he can cross and become fodder for the guns over there. It's going to be hard. That AA gun was fairly effective. I know there's a lot of AA gun guys around here for sure. Okay, he's just, since we have nothing else to do, they're going to have to move up. Oh, great. No damage on that run. That guy must be crazy. He must be suicidal to go right there. Oh, and they did try a little counterattack. Perfect. They would have definitely been more deadly had I put my guys on the river. Just proves that patience pays off. I made a mistake. He should have attacked there. This guy's gonna be done. Probably the same here. Okay, von Doomkopf's out. Let's have him start going in the right direction. This little river does not hinder him whatsoever. This guy's probably... be done. Okay, 1839 prestige. That was 7 prestige right there that we got. We don't have the general trait, the Deadly Grasp. I think that's the one that gives the bonus to the surrender. Can't remember. Okay, this guy's got a truck. Yeah. Yeah, let's walk him down here along the road. The half track could go over here, but I don't know how good that's going to be either. Their bombers are going to come out next turn for sure. And they're going to give us a lot of love. Bring him up for a mass attack. Okay, he might be better. We just need to get this guy out of the way, maybe? Let's get a better spot here. Okay, he's got recon. I need to chip him off so that he can move up. Separate the 2 artillery pieces. There we go. Just as I thought. And I'm going to go for the killing blow. Just because we need that artillery gone before we do anything else. So that'll prep us for the next turn. Oh, you, my friend. That doesn't look too bad. That looks really bad. Okay. I keep thinking that this guy's alive. I keep on getting scared every time I look over there. Oh, there's a tank. Watch out. No, there's not. And we can rough up the Romanian infantry. They can handle it. They're good to go. I really need to get this guy out of my way. Oh, he took that HP damage. I'm going to protect this tank. Even though he's not a Patreon Panzer. I hate how they do this. We know that he's there. They can at least tell us that he's there. It's okay. Okay, Patreon Panzers, Tom, Von Dumkopf, Wes, and Hunter are ready to go next turn. Full throttle. Down, and that guy's gonna get to move a lot. You don't really need half tracks until later. In Panzer Corps 1, half tracks were good in certain parts of the Moscow map because a lot of the roads there just aren't a lot of roads, I'll just be honest with you. Prestige is looking better. If we could, like, end in 2 turns, I'd really love it. Nice. Sequenced that one wrong. God, this guy covers a lot of territory. No one left for these guys to kill. We know that there's a guy in that airbase. Let's give him some love. looks like they spent all their prestige upgrading it, and there's a Panzer attack back here. If they want to upgrade this guy again, I would love it. What is that, a T-60? It's no problem. Oh boy. It's going to get tricky in here. Let's go from the north to the south. Go. Eastern flank looks protected. No issues there. This actually doesn't look too bad. Kind of not worried about the guy that's fully suppressed, but I am worried about this guy changing modes into AT mode next turn, the AA. And I'm definitely prioritizing the AA. We get that out of there, and then everything opens up. Usually I'm saying it's the artillery, but in this case, I think it's the AA that's the bigger threat. Oh, that's a bit divey, I don't know. If I move this guy right on top, this is not a good idea. No damage. Always move everything up. You never know what they're going to throw at you. You never know when that small unit can give you a last hit. Okay, that was good. Now just stay alive. They're probably, yeah, they're not going to move that. Perfect. And they upgraded. Oh, foolish AI. Let's move up to, like, Stukas. Yeah, I lied. One strap bomber. They can be used next turn. Yes, there's no rain. Okay. Let's prep this area. The Panzers are going to circle around. Does that say 1-5? Holy mackerel. This doesn't look too bad, though. Definitely could have done better there. don't think that they're going to be able to see that. These are really bad attacks, so we're not going to do them. And as soon as we dip into Rostov, that's going to be game. I think we're just grinding XP with this bomber here. I thought that they had patched that exploit, but this is a perfect example of the bomber exploit. Bombers are very expensive. You simply get them down to a few HP and then let the enemy general buff it. +1 to air attack, that's going to be handy. I think in this case, we're just going to finish it. It's going to take a few turns to take this out, and it would probably take us another turn to take the whole map, I guess. Let's get these guys infiltrating in. Getting the encirclement here could give us some prestige, and it does. We did so much prep work on Rostov. Okay, so he can go in. Oh, von Dumkopf. Nice. Racking up that prestige. And we're just going to leave the bunker and call it game here. All right, perfect, guys. Thanks for joining me, guys. If you enjoy this type of content, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.